After 40 years, who remembers the Vietnam War? Who remembers the blood and sweat, the blunders and betrayals? Who wants to know about a war most Americans want to forget? See this, and you will. It's Vietnam, the 10,000-day war.
The U.S. Army Chief of Staff, General Wyand, now visits Vietnam. He reports that Saigon urgently needs $700 million worth of arms replacements. But politically, this is impossible. South Vietnam's army is doomed. Military analyst Brian Jenkins.
It was my belief that if that assistance were withdrawn, that then this military machine that we had created in South Vietnam would indeed collapse of its own weight. You know, you've seen in the museums these suits of armor that look very, very formidable. Of course, there's nothing inside of them, and if you give it a good kick, the entire thing tumbles to the ground. And in effect, that's what we were creating in Vietnam.
Behind the scenes, there is pressure on Thieu to resign in favor of neutralists. With most of his country gone, he tries to reassure his people.
So I have been very calm at that period. We have been overrun, but not all. 1/3 of the army has been overrun, but not all. 1/3 of the country, or half of the country, has been overrun, but not all. We still have many more crucial area, and we still have strengths.
The only special American aid program is called Operation Baby Lift, the evacuation of 2,000 orphans to the United States. It begins tragically. A C-5A, the world's biggest transport plane, crashes outside Saigon, and 140 children die. The disasters in the field can no longer be hidden. Saigon begins to strengthen its highway perimeters. The communist advance is almost 2 years ahead of Hanoi's expectations. North Vietnam expert Wilfred Burchett.
Well, right at the beginning, it was felt that for the first season, offensive season attack, it would be good enough if they got to Da Nang, dug in there, consolidated and so forth, and then the next operational season went on down to Saigon and the Mekong Delta. But it was the panic in Hue and the collapse in Da Nang, and the ease with which all these provincial capitals just fell one after another, and the fact that the Saigon command was unable to consolidate its troops. They were not able to withdraw properly and regroup, and everything was done in a very slipshod and haphazard fashion with very, very little morale. The only real battle was, in fact, at Xuan Loc.
Xuan Loc is a small provincial capital only 38 miles northeast of Saigon. It blocks the main communist advance. Xuan Loc is the last hope for those who believe an all-out stand can prevent military collapse. April 9th. The North Vietnamese opened fire on Xuan Loc. But this time, there is no easy victory. The communists later called the fighting fierce and cruel. 40,000 North Vietnamese troops launch an assault against the city. They are repelled. The defenders counterattack. In anxious Saigon, the name Xuan Loc becomes synonymous with hope and heroism. The North Vietnamese decide to bypass Xuan Loc and strike at the next city, Bien Hoa, closer to Saigon. After a week, both Bien Hoa and Xuan Loc are outflanked. The defenders retreat. It is April 16th.